49 years ago, some great Nigerians felt that doing it individually and alone was not enough. It was necessary to come together and together help to tell the stories of those who have traveled to several places in the world to become what they are today. I am happy. I'm happy that for several years I joined you here and across Nigeria, Kano, Abuja, and all the other places that we've had the AGM to collectively tell the story of travel in Nigeria. It is clear that as travel agents, we are together building a very, very big platform for travel in Nigeria. I'm happy. I'm happy that though it's only yearly that we see, but I'm able to see you at least every year. I don't know about you. Some people are in this hall. The last time I saw them was at last year's AGM. I want to believe that some of you, probably you have seen them online or physically, but most of us saw ourselves last year. And just for 1 minute, if you don't mind, just indulge me. The next person around you, just say, I'm happy to see you again this year. Just say that to them. Yes, I'm happy. I'm happy. A lot of things have happened between last year and now, but I'm happy to see you this year. It's exciting because, again, we are having our annual general meeting. The National Association of the Nigeria Travel Agency is that tree, is that umbrella that travel agents come under every year to deliberate, to look at how best we can continue to do our business for collective prosperity. Because we understand that if you're an individual and you prosper alone is not enough. There's a need for us to create a platform where all of us can prosper together. And so this year, we're here again. And for the whole day, from morning till evening, we're going to be looking at all sorts of things that we have done right, the things we have not done too rightly, and the things we believe we can work on and do better so that we can continue to enjoy collective prosperity. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my name is Oluwaseyi Adegoke Adeyemo. I am your MC for today's general meeting, and I'm very, very, very happy that I am here today with all of you. Without further ado, I've been given very strict instruction to make sure that I work within a time frame so that we can do all that we want to do and do it excitingly. So, if you're ready, I'm ready, and I know the technical people are also ready. Please, let us be upstanding as we take the national anthem of Nigeria. Can we be on our feet, please? the Nanta anthem. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm supposed to be the. All right. We're going to sing it together. I'm sure we all have it on the pamphlet if we're ready. Okay. We're just reading it. Okay. One after two. 1, 2. We are Nanta. We show you the world, not just through your eyes, but through the arts of to recite. We are Nanta. Share experiences, allowing the people, culture, and destination, showing you. We are Nanta. We're legal, unity, share value, peace, and bond. We're excellent at showing you the world from the people's eyes and hearts. We're Nanta, strong, dedicated, and committed. We are to bring the world to you and you to the world anew. We know just the destination to birth, that refreshing spark again. We are Nanta. Yes, shall we be seated? Thank you. Clap for yourself. Because I am standing here, I'm able to see the beauty in this room. You probably cannot see the beauty I am seeing. I am so proud that I'm Nigerian, because I'm sure there are very few places you will go in the world that you see the kind of beauty I am seeing from where I am standing. Once again, I'll please want to beg you, put your hands together as we celebrate ourselves this morning. Clap for yourself, please. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there are certain great Nigerians who are the ones that have put their heart in the ring, and they're the one driving this great association of ours. Please indulge me as I read out the name of the board of trustees. I'll start with the chairman. The chairman is Alhaji Amin. So I'm going to call his name again so that I'll be sure we had him. All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the chairman of the board of trustees of Nanta is Alhaji Aminu Agua. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you so much. Now, the next person that I'll be mentioning and calling, and I please beg you to please clap your hands very well for him, because I know he brought me Fura de Nunu when he was coming. He promised me last year, and I'm sure he brought it. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, another member of the board of trustees, my senior brother, Alhaji Kabiru Mewada. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you so much, sir. I used to call him my brother, my senior brother, but now I call him daddy. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, he's my senior brother from Abuja, and now my daddy, as I said. Please put your hands together for Mr. Abdullahi Zakari. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please, with that same excitement, I beg you, this fine man, if I were a lady, I probably would be running after him, but thank God I'm a man. Alhaji Ahmed Sani. Please put your hands together for him. He's a fine man. He's a very, very fine man. Okay. I need to be careful the way I say this because she's a very, very gorgeous lady, and I must be careful. So I won't say anything more than that. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please help me warmly celebrate Mrs. Tari Mebur. Please celebrate her. She's not here physically, but I'm sure she'll be here very soon. This is another very gorgeous lady. I think the idea really is to put all the pretty ladies on the board of trustees, because I am seeing another very gorgeous lady here. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please help me warmly celebrate Mrs. Uoma Ubani. Please celebrate her, please. Now, this person is very special to me. Yes, she's a very gorgeous lady, but she's my senior Egbon. So, please help me warmly celebrate Mrs. Bimbo Durotimi S. This fine man is also my Egbon. He has a new coat, but I've not seen him in the hall yet. If you see his coat, you will like him very. Somebody sometime decided that they were going to call him one very fine name, but his actual name is actually Mr. Daisy Olotu. Please help me celebrate him. He's not here yet, but I'm sure you'll hear very, very soon. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a lot of pleasure to also celebrate and announce this very fine member of the Board of Trustees, Mrs. Koforola Aluko. Please celebrate her, please. Now, this man is probably the finest among them all. He's very, very fine. I love his beard. It's white and lovely. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please help me celebrate Mr. Naji Alawi. Is he here in the hall? Okay, no problem. When he comes, he would be properly acknowledged. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would go ahead to quickly read out the name of the National Executive Council of our association. I start with Mr. President himself. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please help me celebrate and put your hands together for the President of Nanta, Mr. Yinka Folami. I go straight to the first Deputy President, Mrs. Chiri. My darling sister, everybody calls her Pastor Chi. I go on to the second Deputy President, Dr. Dagunro Olatokunbo. I go on straight to the National Financial Secretary, Mr. Yinka Ladikbo. I go on straight to the Vice President, Abuja Zone, my darling sister, Mrs. Uloma. Please let me celebrate her. I'd also like to specially celebrate this, my very good brother, the Vice President of the Eastern Zone, Mr. Hope Oza. Please let me celebrate him, please. I like to also, and this is no special order, I'm just reading it the way it is here, Vice President Lagos, Mr. Yinka Olakpade. Please put your hands together for him, please. I'd also quickly like to recognize the National Treasurer of our great association, Alhaji Abdulrazak Ibrahim. Put your hands together for him, please. I'd also like to quickly recognize the National Internal Auditor of our association, Mr. Johnson Ugochukwu. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you so much, sir. I'd like to also recognize quickly my darling sister, Mrs. Adewale Adelola, the National Publicity Secretary. Put your hands together for her, please. Thank you. I'd like to also quickly recognize Alhaji Nasil Mohammed, the Vice President of Northern Zone. Please put your hands together for him. I'd also like to recognize the Vice President of Western Zone, Otumba Adeshokon Babatunde. Please put your hands together for him. Now, I intentionally kept this lady as the last person I'm going to read, because without a doubt, I'm sure we all love her so much, and I'm sure some people love her more than I do here in this hall, because I love her so very much. The immediate past president of our great association, Mrs. Susan Akporiayi. Let's put our hands together for her, please. Okay, I've been told that the deputy deputy board chair is going to be taking the welcome address. And so, sir, if you're ready, my dear Egmont and now father, Mr. Abdullahi Zachary, please come on stage as you come and take the chairman welcome address. Put your hands together for him as he comes on stage. Please don't stop clapping. He needs that before he gets here. Just please clap for him as he comes on stage to take the welcome address. Please keep clapping.
Thank you very much. I am here in an acting capacity for the chairman of the Board of Trustees. I have tried to match his flamboyance today by dressing like he dresses. And I also try to match his eloquence in his delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome all of you to the 49th AGM of the National Association of Nigeria Travel Agencies. This is an auspicious moment for me as an individual to address this August gathering, especially when we have our senior elders amongst us today, the previous BOT chairperson and also a former national president. I welcome you to this gathering, sirs. Now, over the years, we have struggled through so many challenges, but we thank God we have been able to overcome all the challenges, and we are now celebrating our 49th AGM. Like people will say, to God be the glory that we are all here today. Please, let's give ourselves a round of applause for being present here today. You are all welcome. While the program is in progress, I would like to ask for your indulgence to make sure that when the session for questions comes up, we try not to make the gathering a rowdy session. You raise your hand, you will be called, you ask your question, and your questions will be properly addressed. What have I missed? Yes, over the past few months, we lost one of our member, an active member for that matter, in the person of Rita, Mrs. Rita Obidike. Please, let's be upstanding and give her 1 minute silence prayer. May her gentle soul rest in peace. Please be seated. Rita Obidike is of the Lagos zone, and unfortunately, after a brief illness, he passed on. Mr. President, are you ready for us? Yes. And I want to use this. I don't know whether I should make a thank you remark for the organizers of this event. They have done a wonderful job. Thank you very much. Please give them a round of applause. And then the ushers that are helping us, all of you, we want to thank you very much for a job well done. Please, let's make this Congress, although not an elective Congress, let's make it look like an elective AGM with the vibrance that we saw last year, but minus the rowdiness. Let us try to be calm and listen to our guest speakers and take away something from this AGM. So I want you to enjoy this event as it is being presented. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Please, let's keep clapping until it gets off stage. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So some people say that I am humble. I said, Tani Mafijo, when people like Alhaji Abdullah is showing a lot of humility here, he said he cannot match the eloquence of Alhaji Agoa. So I must be humble because those ahead of me are very, very humble. Please help me celebrate this great man once more time. These are people who have continued to sacrifice and give their all to ensure that we have a very, very good association. Without further ado, it's my pleasure to call on the president of our very, very wonderful association, Mr. Yinka Folami, to come and give his report. Put your hands together for him as he comes on the stage.
Okay, Iwa, I will need you beside me because there is a task that I have for you. So don't go too far. Good morning, all. I don't remember that a protocol has been established, but leading to what the acting BOT chairman said, informed, I would also like to inform the House, and we should just say very little prayers. The reason why the BOT chairman, in the person of Alhaji Aminu Agoa, is not here is because he is actually bereaved. Because he doesn't normally take, he normally takes Nanta very seriously. He actually lost his father-in-law. So that's why he's not here. I won't bother you with a minute silence. Let's just pray for the acceptance of the return of the soul of his father-in-law. So, slide, Stanley. We are 49 today. We will be 50 tomorrow. And there's a reason why I said we will be 50 tomorrow. It's just around the corner. And it gratifies me to believe and think that I will still be president at the time that we are 50. So we set, yes, I will be. That's in the year. So we set a theme that is thematic and purposeful. It stands on two legs: market protection and collective prosperity. Do we have the slide, Stanley? Yeah. Iwa, where is Iwa? So, about a year ago, when I became president, I received a call from a very prominent member. He said to me, Otumba Adeshoko, I need the attention of that table, please. Yeah? A very prominent member. He said to me, he said, Yinka, you're going on about fairness. You're going on about fairness. Fairness is dead. I was shocked. So, I brought two generals and two leaders here today, in the person of Uncle Tunde Akala and in the person of Dr. Soji Amushon. They will be in defense of me today on whether fairness is dead or alive. And we also have a most distinguished legal practitioner that will probably take some of our questions. I said that I needed Uwa. Is Uwa here? Uwa, I need you, just to be graphic. And the reason why I need Uwa to do this is because I want to set a proper tone for the theme of today. I want to set a proper tone for it. Because I told you what I heard when I became president, that fairness is dead. It conflicts with everything and every learning that I have. So I asked the gentleman, to Google the definition of equity. If you say fairness is dead, so what does equity mean? Can you help us, Uwa? It's not coming from me. Can I have my slide, please?
The term equity refers to fairness and justice and is distinguished from equity, whereas equality means providing the same to all. Equity means recognizing that we do not all start from the same place and must acknowledge and make adjustments to the imbalances.
So there are two key words there, yeah? There are two key words. Equality, no, that's not what we are talking about. But equity, yes, we must make adjustments to imbalances. And I'm going to get there. So we are back to the theme, market protection, collective prosperity. I will give you a brief report on behalf of the National Executive Council and I. Can I have the slide, please? Stanley. So this has been done. That's the BOT for Nanta. That's the Executive Council. So we disagree a lot, but we understand that we find value in our differences. But more importantly, we are focused on members, and we are foundational. And I keep going back to this table. That's the reason why I kept following up with Uncle Tunde and Dr. Soji Akala Amusho, that please, we need you here, because we are 50 tomorrow. So we are foundational in what we do. All of our guests feel very comfortable. This is a report. It's a fair report to all. Yeah? Slide, please. I thought that my report will not be complete. If we do not acknowledge this gentleman. His name is Stanley Diagi. He is a perfect example of reverse mentoring. When he came in, I used to teach him how to write, but now he teaches me how to write. And Stanley is an example, and it shows us clearly that the future is truly bright. So on behalf of the National Executive Council and the entire Nanta membership, I'm sure most of you must have had contacts with him. I want to thank this gentleman, Stanley Diagi. He's a young man, I don't think he's 30 yet, and his team. Next slide, please. So, this is the promise that we made. And this is the direction that we still stand on. We say that we will ensure fair play, even though some people think it is dead. We say that we will protect our market. That's a mandatory. And we say that we will strengthen Nanta, which is an obvious responsibility that we have. Slide. Stanley. So we set out, with a clear approach. And Dr. Samson Fatoku is there, is the oracle, And I'm sure he can confirm that our approach has been respectful, we have shown conduct, and we have shown knowledge. Perhaps it's too early to say how effective we have been, but we have been effective. And look at me, that's me representing
I
our
joined the
workshop when I was in
travel
marketing
aviation
communications.
in
We used to call
November
workshop.
1956.
I was talking to the
And I
minister
have
then, and I
traveled down
wanted
the
to get
line.
his attention.
I've seen things
And,
happen.
I would like to
And,
thank him. His representative will be here soon. I would like to thank him. He's somebody that is very responsive. He listens to us, and he's eager to address a lot of issues. And we will address those issues because Nigeria is impacted by a lot of issues, and I'll just identify a few. Okay. So we did this, and we have representatives, stakeholder representatives here. We visited the minister, both ministries, aviation, tourism. We visited NCAA. We visited FCCPC. We visited all the airlines, GDS companies, including our own top 20, our own Nigerian top 20. And there was a reason why we did that. And when we did that, we visited them with three things: respect, conduct, and so what is it? Respect, conduct, and knowledge. Yeah, Stanley, thank you. Yeah? So next slide. After our engagements, we acknowledge that these three issues, many though, but we acknowledge that these three issues are imperative for Nanta today. They are imperative for Nanta today. The first is that point of sale must not shift. We must protect points of sale because we've lost 40% of this market to cross-border trading. But you know, in Nigeria, we are greater than our trials. We will take our market back from the cross-border traders. We said that we must distribute wealth. And that's the reason, that's what informs today's theme. Yeah? Market protection, collective prosperity. In Yoruba, there is an adage in my language, Some people can interpret it to me. They say, so it is easier and better to always distribute wealth. And then lastly, we said that it is now a time for us to come together and self-regulate. And that is part of the issues, or that is one of the issues that is informing why we are here today, so that we prepare for that 50th tomorrow. Next slide, Stanley. So we met with the airlines. And the first thing we did with the airlines was that we made the airlines confirm to us. Follows? Yeah? We made the airlines confirm to us that they are principals to us. Aren't you? Are we your agents? So if you are principals to us, if the airline is principal to us, the airline should not be seen to be in competition with us. And we itemized a few things. We talked about online sales by airlines. We talked about city sales by airlines, which bring them in direct competition with us. We talked about airline debit memos, that the market is definitely uncomfortable about this today. Yeah, astronomical debit memos, but the trend is reducing today. We talked about incentive structure, which is going more mainstream. We thank airlines for attending to that request from us. We talked about airline product offerings, and we talked about airline remarks and publication. DP2, Dr. Tokunbo Daguduro, you are always very keen on this. Any meeting we go, we say that airlines have removed that remark, that patronize your preferred travel agent. So when airlines remove that remark, what does this signal to us? But luckily, airlines were very responsive to our visits. And our own, Dr. Oyema, when we said that to him, immediately he reversed it, right? And I was on the flight to Abuja with Dr. Tokunbo Daguturu, and what did the AOS say? You could tell that the AOS started to include contact your preferred Nanta travel agency. So yes, they are responsive. And it is easy for us to have that conversation with them because they acknowledge that they are principals to us. Next slide, please. So that's with the airlines. So we now come to Nanta. What we've done in the last maybe 6 years in Nanta now, because I have to give kudos to the immediate past presidents, Madam Susanna Koreye, is that we have engaged inclusion. We have set up committees. I remember that Dr. Adefo Mr. Adefemi Adefo was very strong on committees. We have set up committees, yeah, and a key committee, that is very instructive to the theme today and to how we want to move forward is the Constitution Review Committee. And I'm sure that we will have a good speak to it today. So we have 8 committees. They are showing promise. We are patient with them. One of the committees is training, which is also doing very well. And according to the chairperson of the training committee, that committee is loading into a Nanta training institute. So talks about registration and about how we will get to a Nanta training institute is there. And then we are relaunching our ID card today. And that's the reason why we have, one of the reasons why we have Mr. Bernard Bankole. Mr. Bernard Bankole, I greet you. We are relaunching the ID card today. It will come with benefits and value. So we have the director of Eco Hotel. She's going to speak to some of the benefits and value that our ID card will take today. And through our identification system, we will definitely weed out, because it is obvious that we need to do that. Slide, please. We are also relaunching our website. And the good thing is that our website comes with a public search interface. So, we are doing a lot of things for Nanta, and we expect members to give back. If you do not pay your dues with the present website, you are telling the world, it stops you, and you are telling the world that you are not a Nanta member. It's just as simple as that. It locks you out. So we will get the commitment of all members. And the reason why we took this bold step is that we promised at the beginning of our administration that we will moderate professional behavior. We are also launching our Nanta mobile app today. So it positions Nanta as forward-thinking. Can we get the clap from the young people in the house? We are launching our Nanta. When I was coming in today, the National Publicity Secretary told me that everything is ready, President. And then we don't want to talk too much about our exploits at the WTM, World Travel Market, which we successfully hosted for 3 consecutive years and handed over to government. And to that effect, we got a letter of commendation from the Minister of Tourism. That is in our kitty. We are moving on to further projects in Nanta. Next slide. So, a big part of our advocacy plan and part of the fillers when we went and engaged was to go back to UFTA. And we are back with UFTA. Yeah, and I can assure you that all your executive council members are happy to be back with UFTA. And one of the first advices that Dr. Amushon gave me when I became president was, Yinka, go back to UFTA. That is the global advocacy body, and you must belong to it. We are back in UFTA, and we will definitely get a goodwill message from the president of UFTA today, just in a few minutes. Okay. So Nanta Day, we will talk about Nanta Day. The idea behind Nanta Day is to celebrate the Nigerian traveler. So we want to cut into the minds. So we are moving from WTM, and we are moving into the minds of the Nigerian traveler. So we will talk more about Nanta Day, but that is going to be a calendar event for Nanta from onset. It's been approved by Joint BOT and Expo Council. We have the International Travel and Tourism Conference, which is anchored by DP1, popularly known as Pastor Chi, We are going to hear a lot from her because these are projects, empowerment projects, that keep members together. We will continue with them. Yeah. Then, so I am getting to the end of my presentation. Please. This is cross-border sales. We have successfully labeled it as a sin. It is a sin in our market. Yeah? Everybody loses from it, including IATA, including airlines. Everybody loses, and it is disrespectful to our economy. And we will stamp it out. Look at the circumvention loop. This is the customer. Yeah? He pays to an agent that claims to be a Nigerian agent, but we all know that effective control is not Nigeria. He takes your money and he circumvents the Nigerian system and he drops it somewhere else in the world. Everything that goes on here, IATA, BSP reporting, everything that goes on here is lost. So that's why we say it is infidelity. We have been clear to government that we will stop this. And government has actually asked us to present some names. We have 5 names. Yeah? Because they are predators not in Nigeria alone. They are predators in Africa. We have 5 names that have been mentioned in an African country. And that African country has put them on investigation for money laundering. We do not want to get to that point. We have the evidences. However, when we are reporting to government, we will attach our evidences that some of these companies that disturb our market are being charged for money laundering in just 2 neighbors away from us. So it is mandatory that we stop this. Our GDS brothers also know that we need to stop it. But pending that, and we are going to talk about constitution today, pending that, I think it is also important for us members, Nanta members, to stop buying from them. We as members should also stop buying from them. Can I go? Next slide, please. They will not rest. Even though they know that the conversation is high on them, they will not rest. So, in conclusion, I want to urge members that these are the things that we need to do. 1, like I've said earlier, we must come together. 2, at this point, because we are 50 tomorrow, we must revisit our constitution and have a robust constitution. 3, we must self-regulate, which is important. We must self-regulate, because if we self-regulate, cross-border traders will not be as successful as they are in our market today. 4, we need to heed our founders. We need to heed our founders, because we are going to play a video, 5-minute video, right? That takes us back to the conception of our founders for Nanta. And 5, it's just a quote. Every community is better if more are prosperous. That's the principle of inclusive growth. Before I end, I will just beg your indulgence to listen for 5 minutes to our founders. And that's the reason why we try to bring 2 of them here. Listen to what they thought and how they thought 50 years. So can you cue the video, please? So the last slide. So this is a slide for our sponsors, and we thank them. If your logo or name is not here, we still thank you, because we know that you've supported us in the past. But for this, and we have a gentleman there who always calls into us. His name is Chief John Adebanjo, his colleague to many of us, he always calls in to know if we need anything extra. And even when we say we don't need, he always makes sure that he sends something to us, and he did, yeah? So we thank everybody here. We thank people in the past, and we thank people in the future that will still support us. Oriku, we thank you too. Can we cue that video? So thank you. Thank you for listening to me. I need you to watch a video before we leave. Just 5 minutes, Iwa.
I joined the travel aviation in November 1956, and I have traveled down the line. I've seen things happen, and there is nothing as good as speaking with one voice. If you are in a place, I joined the travel aviation in November 1956, and I have traveled down the line. I've seen things happen, and there is nothing as good as speaking with one voice. If you are in a place, you alone you may achieve a little success, but together with others, you'll be able to achieve something greater. One of the inspirations that I had, like I said, I didn't branch off into West Africa, but during the war, one thing will lead to another. Even though you're asking this question, one thing leads to another. Even during the war, Nigerian-Biafran war, my late wife and I, we moved to Ghana in 1967, and that became another chapter. Founding of Ghana Association of Travel, we founded Ghana. Founding of Scout Club in Ghana, we founded it. Because Scout Club, I became the first African secretary of a Scout Club of Lagos. So what happened during the war that I just brought in was because Klaus Pandiko, general manager, West Africa Lufthansa, transferred the regional headquarters of Lufthansa from Lagos to Ghana during the war. Trevor Louis of Pan American, they all transferred the physical sort of, let me say 75% or 80% of the operations to Ghana because of the Nigerian-Biafran Civil War. I called a meeting of travel agencies in Nigeria, not restricted to Lagos alone, all over Nigeria, to John Ho Travel, because John Ho Travel, Ebony House, 149, 153 Broad Street, was a massive building. And that's where John Ho Travel was. And John Ho Travel, the general manager then was Mr. Roxy Udo. Roxy Udo, general manager. In fact, Roxy Udo was recruited in the UK by John Holt to come and head their travel. So when I sent out a circular convening the meetings for the formation of a national body where we can speak with one voice in November 1973, so that we will be able to achieve a lot. The ovation was loud. The ovation was loud. They received the information wholeheartedly. And there and then we decided to conduct election to show the eagerness. I mean, because they felt that vacuum had been there to be filled immediately. Mr. Roxy Udo was elected first president. Nanta. Take note, National Association of Travel Agents, Nanta. Nanta at formation in 1973 November. Nanta was the name that we agreed on. Because like I said in Ghana, Gata was the name we adopted in Ghana. Ghana Association of Travel Agents. So we adopted the name NATA, N-A-T-A abbreviation. Roxy Udo, president. Vice President Tunde Akana. I was elected the founding secretary. Other offices were filled. So, and we took off. We didn't want to waste time. Very good. What was happening then was that airlines were running adverts like here and there without mentioning buy travel from a travel agent before you buy from us. And immediately I see any advert in the paper, I will write to the airline immediately and give them like 48 hours to make sure that all your advert must carry their services can be bought from the travel agent before come to the airline. Because even IATA and UFTA had established that as we're talking about computerization, forward-looking to the future.
So let me come on with the airlines. Were there challenges, or let's say the challenges of birth and struggles, the past, because you are the founding secretary.
It should be interesting to know that our own Nigerian brothers and sisters working for the foreign airlines, immediately they saw how Nanta was going. They decided to form their own association, which they called Association of Nigerian Airline Executives. Quite a number of them. If I begin to remember, I will remember some of them. But to Kunde Fatono was a star, it was in Panam. They felt uncomfortable that we were, as Nigerians, working towards a goal, working towards a focus. Sometimes when I write to them, asking them to correct their advice, some will write back and they say, who gave you the audacity to write to us? Nigerians. So it serves you better even not to oppose us. Because what we are talking about is, we are talking about fairness between the supplier and the distributor.
Exactly.
One more time for Mr. President. Without a doubt, you can see that there's a lot of energy and a lot of drive inside this president. I'm waiting and I'm looking forward to the 50th anniversary that comes tomorrow. I pray, in whatever name you believe in, that all of us will be here for the 50th anniversary next year. I just prayed a prayer. I said we will all be here next year for the 50. Nothing will happen to us. We'll all be here. Okay, I know that Mr. President has just recognized our sponsors, but I've been instructed to do it one more time because we appreciate what they've done by making sure that we are all seated here today. They are to do what they are to do. So, for a second time, I'd like to quickly recognize South African Airways. Please help us put your hands together for them. Universal. Please help me celebrate them, please. Qatar Airways. Help me celebrate them. Amadeus. Please help me celebrate Amadeus. And for your information, they have their stand outside there, so you could please just go back to see them later. We also have one of our sponsors, Sabre. Please help me celebrate them. Sixth, powered by, that thing is ML. Please help me celebrate them, please. ALML Group. Please help me celebrate them. Emirates, please let me celebrate Emirates. United Airlines, please let me celebrate them. Radisson Hotels and Resorts, please let me celebrate them. Eco Hotel and Suites, please help me celebrate them. Prime Gym and Spa, please help me celebrate them. Oasis Executive Lounge. Help me celebrate them. Thank you very much. Now, there's some very, very, very VVIP that are in the house. And it is only right that we specially recognize them. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have present here today the Honorable Minister of Aviation, ably represented by the Director of Special Duty FAN. Mr. Henry Agbebire. Please celebrate him. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. We also have with him Mrs. Christabel Ramosele, the GM Protocol and Passengers, representing the Director of Public Affairs, Consumer Product of FAN. Let's celebrate her, please. Thank you. I'd also like to quickly go on to our veterans. We have some veterans here. Whether it was convenient for them or not, they decided to join us today, and it is only right that we celebrate them specially. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please help me and put your hands together very well for Dr. Soji Amuson. Please celebrate him. Thank you so much, sir, for coming. We appreciate you, sir. We also like to specially recognize Mr. Tunde Akala, veteran, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for coming. We celebrate you so much. We can't thank you enough for making our time to join us today. We also like to celebrate Mr. Imonos of Reward Travel. He's a veteran, he's here. Thank you so much for coming. I'm told he's somewhere. I would also like to specially recognize the ex-chairman of the BOT, Mr. Dayo Adeola. Please celebrate him, please. Thank you so much for coming. We also have with us here the man that drives Ayata, is always there for us at all time. Anytime you call on him, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please help me warmly celebrate Dr. Samson Fatokon. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. We also like to also celebrate the F10 president, who is ably represented here today by the Vice President of Southwest Zone, Mr. Tunde Kolade. Thank you so much, sir, for coming. We appreciate you. We'll also like to recognize we have a hotel here, and if you see her, you see a hotel. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the moment she stepped in, everybody knew that a hotel was here. Please help me celebrate my dear sister, Iyadoni. Please, thank you so much for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Okay, sorry. I've been told and I've been warned. I'll do it again because I was told that she's a doctor and I should not just call it like that. Dr. Iyadoni Gbadebo. Please. They told me I was going to, I was sorry. I don't want to get into trouble with those who give me instruction. Our special speaker is also here. A veteran, a legal luminary, full with a lot of knowledge. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please help me celebrate Dr. Pinero. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for coming. We also have here, representing Chief Abiodun Odusanwo, the ITPN President, the Vice Chair of Lagos Chapter, Mrs. Gloria Abiodun. Please help me celebrate her. Thank you so much, ma, for coming. Now, all the names will keep coming because sometimes I really do not know everyone. But as soon as they come here, I will do the recognition. Now, thank you, Doctor. I love this man. Please let me put your hands together for this great man. He's always looking out for me. He doesn't want me to get into trouble. Okay, do we have the UFTA presentation by the president queued? Because we want to take that quickly. I'm sure we all listened to Mr. President when he was giving the presentation of how strategic our going back and our remarry to UFTA is very, very important. And for that reason, we're going to be taking a goodwill message from them. Is it ready? Technical. The UFTA, can we quickly take that? All right. All right. Okay, I'm told he's online, and as soon as I shout loud, I'll shout now, that he will hear me and he will come on. He's been queued. The president of UFTA, we are waiting for you. Okay, fantastic, he's here. Please help me celebrate him as he speaks to us. Thank you so much.
My voice is audible to you. Response to say that my voice is audible to you.
We can hear you, sir. Continue. We can hear you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Yinka Fulami, President of Nanta, distinguished past president, Board of Trustees, airlines, partners, guests, guest speakers, ladies and gentlemen. What a wonderful opportunity for me to be present here, though virtually, at your 49th general meeting. Talking about Nigeria, you're also well known globally as the giant of Africa. And UFTA is truly honored that we have amongst us Nanta as important member of our association. I still recall having met a couple of your past presidents a few years before. And I'm so delighted I'm connected with your current dynamic president, Mr. Yinka Fulami, who's so much of enthusiasm. And this presentation was simply wonderful. Allow me to congratulate you, dear friends of Nigeria, that you will soon be embarking on your Golden Jubilee, the 50th AGM next year. Now look at the coincidence. I come from TAI, which is the Travel Agents Association of India, which has over 2,500 companies as our members, and we are celebrating our 75th year in 2026. We call it the Double Diamond Jubilee. And UFTA, during 2026, is celebrating its Diamond Jubilee. And now Nigeria is celebrating its Golden Jubilee. My God, what a superb confluence of leadership in this travel and tourism industry. I believe we need to optimize it. I wish I was there in person to greet you, meet you, hug you, and shake hands with you to celebrate this outstanding success of Nanta. And I'm very, very happy. On this occasion, you have an excellent team. You're talking about market protection. And I think market protection is something that's so important in these days. Allow me to mention that when UFTA and Nanta get together, and Nanta gets together with the associations of the world, we must follow a pattern. And that pattern is called collaborate, innovate, recuperate, and celebrate. We need to collaborate because you have a lot of strengths. The other associations too have strengths. We need to blend these strengths. And that's collaboration. What also happens is when we get together, we start working together. We start innovating our new paths, not only to engage ourselves actively, but to also successfully overcome competition, then there's a new environment. That's most important in these days. So that innovation is must. You need innovation because the world's going on the artificial intelligence way. Technology is at school. So when we join hands together, I believe it becomes important for us to collaborate our strengths, draw upon the options or advantages that are available to us, and then recuperate our position in the market. I joined this industry in 1987. My company is a 1987 company. So you're talking about 38 years. And I've seen 3 decades before. Travel agents were easily the market leaders. We were second to none. And all those seniors present here, distinguished leaders present here, would endorse my statement. It was fun to be a traveler. There was so much of education, so much of independence, so much of freedom to do business the way you want to do it. And the rewards were very high. But now we come across a situation where it's a road full of bends, and at every bend there's a new challenge. So we need to recuperate our position. So we need to collaborate, we need to innovate, we need to recuperate, and then we need to celebrate. That's what UFTA is all about. It wants to get our associates together. Thankfully, I'm now re-elected as the president of Travel Agents Association of India. I retired in 2019. Then, because next year was the 70th year of time, the members wanted me back. They wanted that through my office, a global established. New visions to be identified. So I believe Thai being a very large country, a very large marketplace, and a lot of members in Thai are very keen to bond with Nanta. We need to partner so that we can use our collaborative approaches, innovate, and find ways to move forward. So, dear friends, when we talk about collective prosperity through market protection, I must compliment President Nanta for this absolutely brilliant concept, for which all the stakeholders must have a similar advancement toward. Today we talk about technology, and your president said that a while ago. While technology has its own benefits, it also has some features that negate our local purpose. So for all of us, dear friends, market protection is all about practices that must safeguard our businesses or those stakeholders who invested in this business, and of course also protect the destination. So the good health of the country depends on how effectively we can have the freedom to help avoid all those challenges because of cross-border. So this is an important aspect for sustainable travel and tourism. There's a lot of work we need to do. This President Inca, past presidents and friends. I worked with past President Usman. I worked with past President Berner. And I'm again here with Mr. Ying. So I believe there's a very big role that we as larger countries need to play. Today the world is talking about a lot of innovation that the airline industry is embarking upon. They call it the airline modern retail. Now, this is a lesson to all of us that we need to think beyond and we need to find ways to move forward. Now, if you look at where the industry is shaping up in future, I still recall Ayata saying this, that the industry size will double by 2040. During 2019, the global passenger traffic was 4 billion. And by 2050, they said it will be 8 billion. Now we are talking just about 50 years away. Do we have the way we want to manage this kind of growth? Do we have the infrastructure? Do we have people, trained people? I believe there's so much that we need to do as associations, as federations, promote awareness of education, promote preparedness to face this huge growth that will happen. Now, I come from Asia Pacific, and we keep talking about this most often than before, because more than half of this projection is in Asia Pacific. Now, I understand that Nigeria, which champions Africa in terms of not just your population, but also the size of the industry, need to come together, and UFTA and Nanta must work far beyond to make sure that we are in the right nick to be able to encounter this huge growth that is definitely happening. You talk about aviation, you talk about tourism, it's all growing. And at the same time, when you talk about technology and its impact on our management of travel and tourism, that is exponentially growing. We are looking at UFTA. A lot of countries are looking at, like India is looking at Thai Connect. I think Nanta must look at Nanta Connect. And this Connect is all about creating a master platform, allowing our members to go online with a very small investment. Why do we need any association? The purpose of an association is to help people do what they want to do, which they cannot do it on their own. Even if they have to do it on their own, sometimes it may become very unviable. Therefore, when all of us collaborate and think of a connect program where we draw upon a technology that offers our members plug and sell. It's not a white label. And that's what we are working on, at least in India. While UFTA is working on a much bigger platform, the Tourism Connect platform. So, dear friends, I'm just illustrating to you one way forward. I believe there are a lot more ways forward. And we need to work on identifying the right approaches, working towards a prosperous presence of stakeholders. And that's what is the basic purpose of any association. Allow me to once again thank you all very much for giving me this outstanding opportunity. It is an amazing, event that you all are involved with. When I look on the screen and see such wonderful men and women, handsome men and charming women, and so much of deliberation, I feel I'm missing the party. Don't worry, I will be there someday for sure. President Yinka and dear friends. I was to be there. I remember Mr. Bernard invited me. I took my visa. This was in 2020. And then because of COVID, the event didn't take place and I had to cancel my rally. So, dear friends, look forward to a wonderful association. Celebrate well. Your 49th year must lead you to a much better 50th year, must help you see far beyond what you see today. So, the impact of our collaboration must result in phenomenal success. And I'm sure with leaders that you have in Nanta, it is surely possible. All the very best and see you soon.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you for your very, very great contribution. We're going to quickly go ahead now and take kata. Dr. John is also on standby. Dr. John, if you're ready, please, let's have your goodwill message. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone, and morning members of Nanta. It's a really exciting moment that we can come before you from Kenya and just speak on a platform of common behavior, common practice.
Sorry, Dr. Joseph.
So this morning, yes,
can you hear me? I need to quickly correct myself.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm told you're Dr. Joseph and not Dr. John.
Yeah, I had it, but I said
you just said
are almost
okay,
similar.
All right, forgive me. Dr. Joseph is the president of Carter. Please listen to him.
Yeah, thank you. Indeed, I'm excited to be part of Nanta AGM this morning and afternoon from Kenya this moment. Indeed, I want to pass also my sincere thank you to your president, Yinka Fulami, and even the former president of Nanta. We have worked a lot in collaboration. The Kenya Association of Travel Agents and Nanta has really been working together. Take it back to Susan, take it back to Bankole. It's been really a good journey, and we really appreciate this collaboration. So this morning, I just want to say thank you. Indeed, the issues that we are looking at are continental. They are basically across the issues that Nanta is facing are similar issues that we are facing in Kenya, but together we will crack this nut. Together we will fix this problem. So I still remember Katak was the first one to join Nanta in learning New Gen. And we really learned a lot on how to roll New Gen from Nanta. So this morning, I just want to share a few things, how we have been able to fix some of these issues that you are battling with. And one of the issues is cross-border trading. So what we have done here from Kenyan perspective is that we have seen there are agents from India, Dubai, Europe, and the like that are basically infiltrating into our country and having practices that are exactly doing what your president mentioned. And we said, okay, we need to fix this. So one of the things we have done is that we have restricted the admission of those foreign agents into Qatar. Once you're restricted as a member of Qatar, your ability to do serious corporate business within the country is really restricted. Two, we have been able to talk to our civil aviation and airlines managers to ensure that the point of sale integrity is enforced through GPS control and market segmentation. Number three, on this issue, we have been working to create a level playing field. We are also advocating for geofencing of ticket issuance so that inventory distribution distributed within the country is competitively and fairly to the local agents. Ladies and gentlemen, what the president mentioned is very clear around cross-border trading. Basically, as members of Nanta, you've done a lot for your country, and people benefited without paying back to the country. It's evil. It's wrong. And once these few measures we have put into place, we have made sure that those agents don't dominate our market. Another thing we looked about is about YQ and NQ imbalance. What Qatar has done as engaged IATA and several airlines on this to continue to advocate for transparent fare structure. Basically, we have seen a scenario whereby travel agents are being taken like manipulating the fares. And as a result, the transparency issue is being left out. So we really want to engage the airlines to make sure that the fares that are being availed to agents is clear. The YQ loads are very low. These are areas, again, we want to make sure that the agents remain relevant within the market. You have discussed the of ADMs. ADMs are issues that are basically, we have seen our channels airlines are using to create revenue unnecessarily. And from this part of the world, we have said no. An ADM can never be used against our members to just create revenue stream for airlines. What has Qatar done? One, we make sure that we collate all the ADMs that are issued to our members. We write to the international airlines and make sure that they reverse them. If they don't reverse them, we take an industry action. Where we stand today, airlines cannot sit arbitrarily and issue ADMs to the agents outside this passenger sale agreement. So let Nanta collate the ADMs from members, put them together, face the airline, and put a demand with a deadline that these ADMs need to be reversed, otherwise it will be a stop sell. Once these commercial terms are clear, the airlines have to draw the line and have to behave within the terms of trade. We have also tried to do a lot of education to our members to make sure that ADMs around incorrect pricings are just minimized. Refunding is one of the issues I'm sure the agents, even in Nanta and even in Kenya, are battling with. Since the COVID, the airlines have been slowing the refund process. Qatar has been very firm on that, making sure that we pay airlines on time. We want our money back on time. So any violation, any delay in a processing refund is an issue that Qatar doesn't take it lightly. And what we are doing is that one voice. Doesn't matter how big you are as an agent, combine the entire members of Nanta, you speak one, everyone will toe the line. We're talking about the issues of fare disparities, online fares versus the GDS fares. And as a result, customers coming to the agents and saying, you are out of scope. You are selling what is not sellable. So what we have done is that we have made it clear to the airlines. If there is a fare, you are putting it in the market. Let that fare be accessible to the agents. You're talking about NDC being a capability that you can match the online fares to that. Pay that content to the agents. So we've been able to have agents trained on NDC. We have had agents made sure they can access the fares that airlines are filing to a point that that disparity is being minimized. So it's a push that Nanta needs to take to create a value proposition for the agents before their customers. The city sales office by the airlines is an old model that the airlines still want to create offices within selling offices within the city. But what we have done is we've seen that not being an issue to us. We are able to make sure that the fares offered by the airlines are acceptable and accessible to our agents. So by and large, Nanta family, the issues you are grappling with there in the market are not new, but with collaboration, we have made sure that issues that affect trade are managed through Qatar. So issues that affect trade in Nigeria are managed through Nanta. The one voice of Nanta should speak for all. We have seen instances whereby particular airlines in Canada and the like have withdrawn CIPs from our members. And Qatar has taken a position that 7 days you don't reverse the CIPs to our members, will take a commercial action. So what I'm saying is that let Nanta be strong for the advocacy. And advocacy would mean even going to court. Qatar has taken IATA to court. We take positions. So when you talk about LFCs, let LFC be aligned to your trading terms. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, this morning and this afternoon from here, I just want to tell you, we are together as brothers. Kenya will stand with Nanta on the trade issues. Let's collaborate, let's borrow from each other, and let's make it a successful journey. Thank you very much, and I'm wishing you your best 49th anniversary and AGM. We have got our Qatar AGM coming up in June. We'll try to invite a few of you just to collaborate and to continue to sharing the best practice. Thank you, and I wish you all the best in your AGM. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Joseph. We appreciate your contribution, and a lot of notes have been taken, and we assure you that you will start to see results of the things you said that we should do very soon. Okay, shortly I'm going to be calling on the Honorable Minister to come and address us. But before I do that, I'm told that a hotel have something to tell us. So without further ado, I'll be calling on the Director of Sales and Marketing of a Hotel and Suite. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage Dr. Iyaduni Badibo. Put your hands together for her, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Iyaduni Badibo. I'm Director of Sales and Marketing for Eco Hotels, and I've been for the last 14 years. Thank you very much, Mr. Falami, and the entire Nanta team for having us here. Our relationship, Eco Hotels and Nanta, is extremely crucial. Every time I hear about travel, I hear travel and tourism, travel and tourism. I'm getting a little confused. Maybe we're forgetting that hospitality, travel, and tourism sounds much nicer together. So, Mr. Falami, if you would allow me to please ask that whenever we talk about travel and tourism, please don't forget hospitality, because we play a very, very crucial role in this dynamics. Our country, thank you very much. Our country is a beautiful country, and the potentials are humongous. 7 years ago, Eco Hotels and Suites, just pre-COVID, when we started to sense that the economy was taking a downturn, we had to start thinking out of the box. With 850 rooms, 9 restaurants, and a lot of recreational facilities, if we didn't think out of the box, we would have been out of business. And for us, COVID was a blessing and is still a blessing, because it forced us to do things differently. I dare tell you that when we started to think out of the box, many things happened. We expanded our business offering, and Nanta has played a crucial role in that, because you can have, thank you very much, because you can have beautiful ideas, very creative ideas of how to sell your airline tickets, how to sell your hotels, and how to sell your tour packages. But if you do not collaborate with the right kind of people, it would be an effort in futility. 7 years ago, we launched a product called Tropical Christmas Wonderland. Very ungermane for Eco Hotel, because prior to that, we've always been seen as a business hotel. Tourism became very significant in sustaining our business. And today, I dare tell you that I would say 6 years ago, when you drop a pin during the December season at Eco Hotel, you can hear it loudly. But in the last 6 years, we have hosted every year over 5,000 families from all over the world. It started in Nigeria, families in Nigeria. But today, I dare tell you that as of last year, about 40% of the people who came to us are people from Spain, from the UK, from the US. Whether we like it or not, Nigeria and the potential of hospitality, travel, and tourism is opening up. And it doesn't matter what the world likes to think about Nigeria or the potential of tourism in Nigeria. We are moving ahead, so you better get on with the project or we'll leave you behind. I hope I'm speaking for everybody. There is a growth projection in 2025 of about 3.7 billion US dollars. If we do not, as a trio, grab this potential, somebody will take it. Ghana will take it. They have been taking it for many years. Kenya will take it. They've been taking it for many years. Tanzania and all the other beautiful African countries who have been intentional about positioning themselves will take it. So please, let's bear that in mind. I like to talk figures because, you know, we're all business people and money makes, you know, the world go round. I'm sure we're not here just to talk. We're here to talk and make money and make our businesses grow. So I just want to remind you that after this conversation, we leave here bearing in mind that there's over $3.7 billion available within our market to grab. We have to be intentional about grabbing that. I also would like to point out a conversation about the art of storytelling. One of the biggest problems that we have as a hospitality and tourism concern is that it is difficult to sell Nigeria as a destination, or so they say. But we have a proven track record, like I said, for the last 7 years, that it is possible when you curate everything that people seek outside Nigeria, within Nigeria, you will find that your airline planes will be flooded, your hotels and restaurants will be flooded, and we will generate the kind of storytelling that would take our story from being a nation full of Yahoo boys and failed government to a nation that has people with the capacity to think beyond what people think and expect of us. It's another reason that I stand here before you to nudge you that right after this, we need to stop thinking about this and we need to start actioning this, because Africa is moving. It is moving. And Nigeria doesn't have an excuse. It is happening whether we like it or not. It's a question of grabbing it or somebody else takes it from us. Another point I had penned down to note here is that I watched the video with the founding fathers of Nanta. One of the sad realities about us as a people is that we forget that the legacy of our founding fathers and people who have suffered for Nigeria to remain what it is today will be very quickly wiped away if we continue to focus on people who are seated here. For this reason, I think it's important for us to start thinking about what the future holds for travel, hospitality, and tourism. Please note that I try to say this over and over again so that we go away with including hospitality, with travel, and tourism. That's how the money gets bigger, fatter, and the story gets more fun. When I talk about the future of hospitality and tourism, late last year, I met a group of over 1,500 students in hospitality and tourism in Nigeria. They started a foundation and a gathering in Nigeria, but these are children from all over. Actually, I just see Marvelous walking in. Marvelous, can you stand up, please, so that people can recognize you? This is the gentleman who is responsible for this organization. And they have a following of over 1,500. In a world where everybody has been told that being a doctor and an oil and gas person and a government person is the be-all, end-all and the way to making riches, we have to understand that there are thriving careers in travel, hospitality, and tourism. And in order for us to safeguard all the work that Nanta is doing, has been doing, and will continue to do, you have to breed a generation of people that understand that we are serious people who do serious business. The stigma that exists for women to work in the hospitality space still exists, whether you like it or not. And at every opportunity I get at speaking, I always bring this to the fore to say that we have to be intentional about ensuring that that future generation find travel, hospitality, and tourism, an exciting, profitable, and extremely lucrative business. So, Mr. Falami, I like to drop things, so I leave you with this as well. Yeah? For Nanta. I don't want to take a lot of your time. I know that there are a lot of excellent speakers, and there's a lot of work to be done here today. I just wanted to, we have the Nigerian Association of Physicians in America at our hotel. It's a large number of them. The first time that they're coming to this part of the world. Believe it or not, they are Nigerian physicians. And I'm supposed to be delivering a conversation with them about how medical tourism, as it has happened, and we can see case studies all across the world, that if all of the doctors in America are the most sought after doctors in the world, it is the wise thing to do to create an opportunity attractive enough for all of them to come back home so that people can then buy airline tickets from Arik and Airpeace and all the Nigerian carriers, come to hotels that are indigenously Nigerian, Eco Hotels and Suites being the leader. Permit me to brag a little bit about that. And this is not discountenancing all the brand chain hotels like the Radisson Blues and the Marriotts and the Sheratons that have given us a platform to ride on. And also all the travel and tour operators who will package exciting opportunities for people to explore Nigeria even better. And this is a conversation I'm going to have with them, and I thought I might quickly drop my note before I leave to say that the potentials here are limitless. We have tested this. We have seen great amounts of benefit financially and even for the brand. And I hope and I pray that the intentional storytelling of Nigeria, organizations and agencies like Nanta, the credibility of them, on a global landscape is important and critical to changing the narrative and the story that the world has chosen to hear about us. I'm hoping that we will do everything within our capacity to ensure that Nigeria and the stories of all the great, credible people, organizations, especially even in the private sector, that are putting us on a global map can be recognized for exactly what we are: hardworking, resilient, and brilliantly creative people. Thank you very much for having me. Dr. Falami, Mr. Falami, actually Dr. Falami soon. He understands what I'm talking about. Thank you very much again for inviting me. Thank you to the entire Nanta team. You are partners that we actually cannot do without. Last year, you were very instrumental about selling Tropical Christmas Wonderland, and I'm so grateful for that. You do not owe us anything. You owe Nigeria as we owe Nigeria. And together, I'm sure we will put Africa back on the global map. Thank you very much. Eco Hotel turns 50 next year. You turn 50 next year. You talked about market protection, collective prosperity, and inclusive growth. Can you imagine all the great organizations turning 50 next year? Thank you.
Please, let's celebrate Dr. Oyaduni. As a Nigerian, this is one of those very, very shining lights of Nigeria. Each time you see her, you're truly proud that you're a Nigerian. Once again, let's celebrate Dr. Oyaduni. All right, I'm told that the representative of the acting Director General of the National Tourism Development Authority is in the house. The Zonal Coordinator of Southwest 4 and TDA is here. Please help me celebrate Mrs. Akinshola Alice. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Now it's time to hear from the Minister. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is like the end of the goodwill session. Please help me warmly welcome to the stage the representative of the Honorable Minister of Aviation of Nigeria, Mr. Henry Agbe. Ibebire, the Director of Special Duty for FAD. Put your hands together for him as he comes on stage.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Let me first of all bring the apology of the minister, who is unavoidably absent, but he deemed it necessary that he's represented, and that's because the aviation ecosystem is very sophisticated, and one key relevant part of that sector is Nanta. So he thought I should be here, and he sent a message. That message I will just quickly deliver. It is with great pleasure that I extend my warmest greetings and hearty congratulations to the leadership and entire membership of the National Association of Nigerian Travel Agencies, Nanta, on the occasion of the 49th Annual General Meeting. The theme for this year's AGM, Collective Prosperity Through Market Protection, is both timely and relevant, particularly as we continue to navigate a rapidly evolving global travel landscape. It underscores the importance of collaboration, regulation, and shared responsibility in safeguarding the integrity and sustainability of Nigeria's travel and tourism ecosystem. Nanta has, over the years, demonstrated admirable leadership and commitment to professionalism, capacity building, and advocacy within the travel industry. Your consistency in convening stakeholders to engage in meaningful dialogue, share insights, and forge strategic partnerships is commendable and aligns with the government's broader vision for the aviation and tourism sectors as enablers of economic growth. As the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, I reaffirm the Minister's support for initiatives that promote industry standards, protect legitimate market players, and enhance customer confidence. We recognize the role of travel agencies as critical partners in the air travel value chain and remain committed to creating an enabling environment for your operations to thrive. As you reflect on the past year and chart a bold course for the future, I urge you to continue upholding the values of transparency, innovation, and excellence. The government welcomes your collaboration in deepening the industry's resilience and unlocking new opportunities in prosperity. At this point, I want to congratulate Nanta on this milestone and wish you all a successful and impactful AGM. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please, let's celebrate the Honorable Minister one more time. Okay, I am itching to listen to the keynote speaker, but like I said earlier, some people paid the bill for us being here, and it's important that we listen to them. So I told them that I'll give them just 5 minutes. Together, we'll look at the time together. So if 6 minutes maximum, each of them must do whatever presentation they want to do, and they will leave the stage, and we can then listen to the keynote speaker. Without further ado, if Universal is ready, we're ready to take the product presentation right now. Please help me celebrate Universal. Your time, 6 minutes, starts now. Thank you.
All right, good afternoon. Please allow me to stand on the existing protocol. My name is Ben Adeniyi, Chief Executive Officer for Unifasa. Unifasa has just launched their global eSIM. Unifasa is a licensed MVNO in Nigeria and in some other parts of the world. MVNO simply means Mobile Virtual Network Operator. The conventional GSM operators, they are MNO. So the NCC gave a license out and they call it Mobile Virtual Network Operators. What we are launching today is a global eSIM. An eSIM is simply an embedded SIM card. What we know about connectivity is that you have to insert a physical SIM card in the phone. But there are some phones now that have the eSIM embedded in them. Not only phones, including IoT devices, POS, smartwatches, and the likes. So what we are doing today is to say to the Nanta members that you can bundle this eSIM as part of the traveling add-ons for the customers. You know, when you arrive at any destination, you will observe that you have few options for connectivity. One of the options is to use the airport Wi-Fi. And that, of course, it's not advisable, it's not secure, except it is very, very important. The second option is to buy the local SIM card. When you're buying the local SIM card, you have to make sure that you arrive when the shops are opening. If you arrive at your destination when the shops are not open, you will discover that you will be out of connectivity once you step out of the airport. What you need to do is to get an eSIM installed on your phone. It's not a mobile app. It's just a little profile that is added to the settings of the phone. And it gives you connectivity in all the countries that you travel to. So Unifasa is here presenting and partnering with members of Nanta to add eSIM for travelers as part of your add-on. Some of the key benefits of the Unifasa eSIM is global coverage. It ensures that right from Nigeria, you have access to internet, to Ghana, to UK, US, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the likes. With one single plan, starting at near 10,000 Naira, you will have connectivity in more than 150 countries, 400 plus operators. It sounds too good to be true, but it is true. Our booth is just behind the wall there. You can have your eSIM instantly within 2 minutes. Actually, no physical SIM is needed. That's the second benefit. You do not need to have a physical SIM card. Some of us here, when you check the back of your phone, if you travel a lot, you will have AT&T SIM card there. Libera SIM card is there. T-Mobile SIM card is there. I have a bunch of them on my phone before we launched this eSIM. This is one of the major reasons why we launched this product, to help travelers solve connectivity problems. The third benefit is affordable and flexible plans. Unlike the expensive roaming charges, when you're talking about connectivity, don't even talk about roaming plans from the local operator. The best local operator will do is to give you plans in the country. Once you step out of the country, many of them charge per MB. We just saw now when one of the agents came to us and said, oh, but I'm going to Morocco, I am going to use my local plan in Morocco. And I opened the operator the operator of the, what the person used, their website. The Morocco plan is 153 Naira per meg. That is 150,000 naira per GB. Our 1 GB in Morocco is about 10,000 naira, as against the local operator roaming plan. This is the best suit for travelers, and you need to partner with us to have your travelers have this eSIM as an add-on. The installation steps is very easy. Easy top-ups and installation steps. Unlike when you need to go to your local operators for eSIM installation, sometimes they ask you to go and come back again, and eventually when you get the eSIM installed, it's not working. We've all been there. We all understand what we are saying. Top-up is also an issue for eSIM, because when you are out there, they will tell you that you should have planned for the amount of data you want to use before you travel. And the last I will talk, because of time, is the 24/7 support. The NCC mandated 2 things. 1, 24-hour-7 support for all our customers. Number 2, full KYC. Know your customer KYC. Know your customer detail has to be there according to the regulatory. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your cooperation. I'm going to come and get my own SIM now, because we have to start from now. Again, I'd like to quickly emphasize they have their stands outside, and so whilst this event is going on and later, please let's go to the stand so that we all can start to take advantage of all of the things they're showing us. I want to beg everyone, I'm told there's too much noise behind. Please let us quiet it down so that we can hear ourselves. We're here for business, and I'm hoping that all of us will take advantage of the fact that we're here. Now, the next product I'm going to be calling on stage is Oasis Executive Lounge. Are you ready? Oasis, please. Let's put hands together for Oasis. Your 5 minutes starts from now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Abimbola Aneke, and I'm representing Oasis Executive Lounge, one of our products at ALML Group. We're a group of companies that are into aviation logistics, from transport to travels, and also we have a lounge at the airport. So I'm here today to, please, can I have my slides, please? The slides. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, I'm here today to talk about our lounge, and it's actually an opportunity for every one of us in the travel business to also make some extra revenue. So our lounge is located at the D wing of the International Airport, and we serve Virgin Atlantic upper class customers as well as Delta business class customer. Our lounge is a premium lounge. Also, we attend to customers, working customers that are ready to pay a token to use our lounge. There are some products that are highlighted which we also give at the lounge. So for passengers, our lounge is after the immigration at departure, and we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We serve hot meals. You can relax up until the time you're ready to board your flight, and we'll let you know when it's time for you to board your flight, irrespective of the airline you're flying on. Doesn't have to be Virgin and Delta alone. We also serve every other airline. So I'm here today to tell you that we can add this as an add-on to your ticket that you sell to your esteemed customers. The normal price we're giving for the lounge that we sell the lounge is 32,500. But for Nanta members, we'll be selling the lounge at 26,850. So it's up to you to sell at whatever price you like to sell to your customers. So now that we are reviving the Nanta ID card, we would also like to offer the lounge to all our esteemed Nanta members. If you're traveling, you can also have the opportunity to use the lounge. Thank you. You have the opportunity to use the lounge at this price as well, upon the presentation of your Nanta ID card. And you can also sell the lounge to your customers. But the price we sell is 32,500. So for walk-ins, anybody that is coming to the lounge, this is the price we sell to them. So between 850 and 32,500 is up to you on how much you want to give out the lounge. I was hoping the presentation could come up so that we have a barcode where you can just scan the barcode and get the details where you're going to make payments. Once your payment is made, you have the opportunity to present the barcode to your customers, which they will present at the lounge. And also, please, this lounge is not limited to just business class passengers. Economy passengers, premium passengers can also use the lounge. And at the moment, we have a lot of unique selling points for the lounge. We have relationship with other airlines. We use for those that have Discover card, Amex card, and all other lounge passes. We also accept those passes in our lounge. We serve alcoholic beverages. Although for alcoholic beverages, because we know you're getting on a flight, is limited so that there are no issues on the flight. However, if it's for non-alcoholic beverages, it's unlimited. We have breakfast buffet. We have a la carte. We also serve Nigerian dishes, continental dishes, and intercontinental dishes. So irrespective of whatever it is that you want, we are ready to offer you. We have a stand at the back there. So if you have any questions, please feel free to visit our stand. And we look forward to having a business relationship with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much for your cooperation. I'd like to reiterate the fact that Dr. Pinero is going to be coming up very soon. I know, like me, all of us are itching to hear him, and it will soon come up. We just have 3 more products to go, and we'll be ready to hear Dr. Pinero. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please, let's put our hands together as we welcome on stage South African Airways. Let's celebrate them, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. Unfortunately, I don't have a slide, so I'm just going to talk through South African Airways. Before I start, I would have loved to call some of the distinguished members here to appreciate them, our partners, but I would just love to follow the existing protocols. I also want to start by appreciating Nanta for putting this together. I mean, it's a rare privilege to be in front of all our travel partners, some of the biggest players from the northern, southern. I don't think any other person can put this together. So, I mean, it's a rare privilege to talk about South African Airways as a product. My name is Aruna Ismail Arabiu. I'm the sales manager for South African Airways. So I'll just start by saying South African Airways, I mean, we all know that it's a national carrier. We fly 4 times weekly via Johannesburg. Johannesburg is our hub. But more importantly, I just want to put out a very important information, because most times there seems to be some sort of confusion about a lot of our destinations. Most of the agents think that we just fly to South Africa. but I would like to say that we have other connections to Perth in Australia, Sao Paulo in Brazil. We fly to Nairobi, Harare.
In the heart of Africa, where the warmth of our people meets the beauty of our land, there's a pride that soars high. Welcome to South African Airways. At SAA, we're more than an airline. We are proudly South African.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board South African Airways Flight 280 to Perth.
Platinum and Lifetime Platinum guests, immerse yourselves in the epitome of convenience, where our rich heritage seamlessly intertwines with premium, exceptional service. Step into a world of refined luxury, where every detail has been meticulously curated to elevate your pre-flight experience.
Powered by Costuries. Let's put hands together for them as they come on stage. Please celebrate them.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Oluwakemi Odo. I'm representing Costuries Mobility, 6th Nigeria. We'll call it 6th Nigeria. And let me quickly run through, even if we don't have a slide, because we have the time limitation. 6th Nigeria will represent the 6th International. And what we do airport pickups, we do local pickups, we do hotel reservations, we do hotel pickups as well. And part of what we do, which is our major service, is rendering fleet management. We do financial finance scheme for your vehicles. We do for as well. Aside doing a finance scheme for your vehicle, we do car rentals, we do courier, we do oilage. And the reason why I'm sorry, I have to appreciate the Nanta for allowing us to be here today. It's really, really nice being here, and we pray that 50th anniversary we're going to be here as well. And let me continue by what's it called, your guests traveling from point A to point B. We'll pick them at a little cost, and that is coming at a little amount of money. And aside that, we have being Costuries Mobility. We can do your car financing for you. We do your operating leasing for you. We do your haulage. And I will just put it that every services that is needed for your agencies, for your clients traveling from point A to point B, we can actually handle them. I just want to because if I had to run through all the old slides, I have just 5 minutes to use, but our stand is at the back, and we can easily attend to you and give you every details of what you want along the way. And thank you very much, everyone. And I really appreciate the fact that we can. This is a whole lot. If I had to start presenting it, we're going to spend much more than the 5 minutes we'll have here. Thank you, everyone. God bless you.
Yes, fine. Thank you. Thank you. Please, let's celebrate 6th Limited. I'm sure we're listening. After the whole session, a dedicated time has been put aside after lunch, where all members would be encouraged to go to their stands so that you can sort of engage with them directly. We have ensured that because it's important for us to make sure that they get value for their contribution. Is Amadios ready? Amadios? They're not ready? Okay. capital. Are you guys ready? What? You're not ready yet? Okay. Let's put hands together for them as they come on stage. O3 Capital.
Thank you very much, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, distinguished guests and members of Nanta. We are very elated to be part of this AGM this afternoon. Thank you very much. We are from O3 Capital. If you look to your right, you'd see some of our cards. So we have come to introduce you to our American Express card brand. You see right there a lot of benefits and features that the card holds for your flight bookings, for hotel accommodation bookings, bookings for car rentals, even including Sixt. You enjoy a lot of discounts. You see, we have the green, the gold, the platinum, and the gold business cards. You know, all of them are cards that you can sell to your clients. You can also use them individually. You know, a lot of benefits and features on those cards. For the sake of time, I don't think our slides are up. Would have loved to share a lot of information with you. Okay, so right there, we are licensed by CBN. We've been in existence for well over 10 years. Right, left, right. Thank you. I'll just move straight to the benefits and features quickly. Right here. I don't know if it's clear. But you see there that you have the Naira and the dollar-denominated cards. The green card is denominated in Naira, and then the other card brands are in dollars. You can fund your card on our mobile app once you download the app. Our stand is at the back, so if you have some time after your meeting, you can just meet us at the back, and then we'll share more about the cards to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay. Is Amadios ready? If you're not ready, we're going to be taking the keynote speaker. And those who are not ready now, we then have them after the keynote speaker. Is Amadios ready? Okay, if they're not ready, Dr. Pinero, are you ready for us, sir? Okay, fantastic. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please, we will need your attention now because we're going to be taking the keynote speaker. It's important that we give him that few minutes that he's going to be speaking to us. I believe that we have one or two things that we can pick up from the speech. So, okay, Doctor has just said I should beg all of us, all of those who are at the stand and those who are going up and down, please just give this senior advocate of Nigeria 30 minutes. And I'm sure that if you do that, you'll be glad you did. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Dr. Pinero.
It's always a challenge when you have to come and address those who take money from me anytime I'm traveling abroad. And they never give you discounts. Mr. President and distinguished members of the EXCO, past presidents, with particular attention to my sister, Auntie Susan. Where is she? Yes. Before I was going to start, they told me they had problems with the projector. So I said, that is a serious problem. But I'm happy they've resolved it now. Can you please start with my slides? It is a pleasure to address you on your 49th AGM. I'm particularly also excited about the topic you have chosen, building a legally grounded, ethically driven, and globally respected association. Why Nanta? Can I have my slides now? Yes. How do I control it? Just a minute, please. I'm going to have to sue some people today. Yes. I can't control it. Can I try to control it myself? Okay. Yeah, okay. Can you go to the next slide, please? Huh? Yes, yes. Yes. I hope this will work. Please, give me another. Yes, yes. Better. Better. Distinguished gentlemen and ladies, I've had this kind of situation before. And I then had to ask the organizers to extend my time and give me at least 2 more hours as their punishment for keeping me standing for so long because of technology. So I'm going to ask Mr. President, give me 2 more hours. There will be no lunch until after I finish speaking. Mr. President, you don't have the support of your members for 2 hours. But I'm sure we'll get it going now. The most important thing we have to focus on is why Nanta must have a very solid constitution. And I will first of all start with the financials so that you can appreciate the purpose for which your constitution must be well structured to be able to midwife you into the next century. Are you ready now? Are you ready now? Yes. Remove that. Perfect. Thank you very much. We are good to go now. Distinguished gentlemen, let me first of all give you some figures for you to appreciate how important your association is. According to statistics, Nigeria's travel and tourism industry contributed 17.3 billion to the nation's GDP. In 2022, representing over 3.6% of the total industry's revenue. Can I have some quiet, please? Your industry contributed $17.3 billion. In 2025, the projected revenue is estimated to be over 3.7 billion. The market is growing annually at a rate of 10.6, resulting in a projected market volume of over 5.6. The number of users is expected to amount to 18.7 million users by 2029. And username penetration is anticipated to be around 11.6 in 2025 to 13% by 2029. In comparison to other countries globally, United States is expected to generate the most revenue in travel tourism. For Ghana, yes, yes, yes.
I'd like to beg everyone, please, we need to keep this place quiet. Okay, I need to go back to the, all right.
The projected revenue for Ghana tourism is expected to reach $502 million, $2 million in 2025. Oh, wow. Yes. This is your technology. All right, gentlemen, for the US and the UK, we have what is called in the US the American Society of Travel Advisors, ASTA. The focus of the Travel Advisors Association is to represent travel agents and advisors. The first thing I want to observe is that Nanta should stop calling themselves travel agents. You are not an association of travel agencies. You actually advise people. And so you are professionals in your own right. So you need to probably borrow the example of what is obtainable in the US, where they call themselves advisors by their name. The structure is they have a board of directors, they have chapters like you have your zonal sections, and they have different membership types: individual advisors, the suppliers, and the advocacy wing. What is more important is that in the UK, you have borrowed the UK example, and they are quite conservative, and they continue to call themselves travel agents, but they are even metamorphosing into something bigger. Because what they have now is they have the Advantage Travel Partnership, which is a consortium of independent travel agents. And in the UK, they have different associations that regulate their different customers, their different members. So you don't have one unified Nanta like you have in Nigeria. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. One critical point which I want to recommend, and it's so important that you bear this in mind, is that as an association, you benefit more when you become chartered. I observed that you were incorporated in 1987. In 1987 that you were incorporated, you've changed your constitution 3 times. Now, in all of this, you are not chartered. Why do I say you should be chartered? Being a chartered association allows you to have what is called statutory backing. It allows you to also leverage on the force of the law to protect yourselves. It allows you to corner the industry, whether it's tourism, whether it's hospitality. You corner it. It also allows you to be able to provide educational support, because by being a charter, you can actually start giving certificates to your new members. You have courses, you have trainings. I observe that what Nanta presently operates is an open door thing. Everybody, once you have a degree or a HND or OND, you can become a travel agent. And that is why you have a lot of, with due respect, you have so much deregulation within your association and within your industry and your sector. With a charter, you can then have what is called a statutory backing to start licensing people, individuals rather than companies. I'll give an example. We used to have what is called the Insolvent Association in Nigeria. We then decided to become chartered, and under CAMA, we became fully recognized under CAMA. What that now allows us to do now in BRIPAN is to start licensing individual members. We undertake trainings for our members, and we give them certificates. So if you do not have a certificate, you cannot work in any travel agency company or a travel advisory company. You cannot work even in the hospitality industry or the tourism industry without having that certificate. As it is now, there is no common denominator certification for your members beyond just being members of Nanta. What you have is people just go for short-term courses or trainings. I noticed that the present executive is trying to do something similar to that, and I saw it on your agenda for today. They call it the Travel Agency Foundation Training. With your charter, recognition. The implication is that you can run schools. What I mean by schools, I'm not talking about universities. You can run short-term 3 months courses, 6 months courses for those who are interested in becoming certified travel agents or certified travel advisors. And then you can then regulate your industry better. That for you to become a staff in a travel agency, for you to even work in an airline, you must be a certified travel agent with a certificate issued by Nanta that has now become chartered. I don't understand. I hope people understand what I'm saying. The implication is that you corner your industry completely. If you don't do it, Nanta, if you don't do it, another body will do it very soon. Another body will do it very soon, and they will preempt you, and they will corner the industry before you. So your association should start looking at being chartered, and in being chartered, you should start looking at beginning to give certifications and professionalize your industry, so that all this, and for want of a better word, all those who just come into the business because they have nothing else to do for a living, you will stop them. People will now start understanding that to become a certified travel agent, you have to do an exam. The same thing is operable with mediation, arbitration. People will start taking those exams to become certified. I see that the past presidents are looking at me. Don't worry, we will exempt you from the examination, sir. You won't do the examination, sir. By being past president, you automatically will be given those certificates. What also happens is that you can now start having what is called fellowships. Fellowships. So you have distinguished and eminent past presidents. You will give them honorary fellowships. And that starts delimiting the levels, and it gives you more recognition. I know my time is, I remember, anyway, let me just go ahead. So that is one. I also observe that your constitution, your present constitution, which is the 2021 constitution, has a lot of lapses. In my article, I have highlighted some of those lapses, and I commend to you the necessity to look at it all holistically and also try to effect those corrections. There's a draft constitution that we have prepared and that we have presented to the EXCO. I'm informed that at the next meeting, maybe your EGM, you will consider it. A constitution is very important. It is extremely important, and it is necessary that everybody takes a second look at the provisions of those constitutions and be adequately guided. Even the Nigerian constitution that is since 1999, we have altered it 4 times. So there's no reason why you cannot continue to amend your constitution. Let me give you an example of one of the lacuna in your constitution. Your constitution talks about dormant membership. Article 8.5 of your constitution talks about dormant membership. It says a member will become dormant, inactive, after 2 years of non-compliance with his financial obligations. Such members shall need to offset outstanding dues or any other fines as may be determined by the EXCO. While this is very commendable, but it raises more serious fundamental questions. What is the status of a dormant member? Does he have a voting right? Can he attend AGMs? Is he suspended? If he can attend as a dormant or whatever it is, can he participate in any activity of Nanta? The fact is this: you need to explain in your constitution the implication of dormancy. Is either you are a member or you are not a member. You need to also prescribe situations where your membership will lapse. If a person does not pay his financial dues consecutively for 2-3 years, why put him as a dormant member? His membership has lapsed. It has lapsed. I also notice that in Article 9 of your Constitution,